Lucifer is certainly the most sinfully scintillating show ever created. Thanks to the amazing acting skills of Tom Ellis, the show has become a fan favorite overnight. As for when we can expect Season 6 of Lucifer streaming on Netflix, well, the show should return on Netflix for Season 6 by the end of 2021, possibly early 2022. Until then, let's go through the 10 things you should know before watching the very anticipated season. What it's about.
Lucifer Morningstar, is that a stage name?
God-given, I'm afraid.
Why don't you tell me something?
Before we start with some amazing facts, let's see what the show has to offer. First, the concept of previously on Lucifer is pretty helpful. You can easily pay attention to details with this concept. One thing is certain though, the show has its own mythology. Another thing that will immediately capture your attention is the way all the characters are being developed. With every new season, we can clearly see a huge difference in every character, and that's pretty awesome. The show, which debuted back in January 2016 on regular old Fox, features Lucifer Morningstar, Tom Ellis, as he starts a new life in Los Angeles, where he runs a nightclub and pleasures himself with practically anything he wants. Things get twisted as he starts working closely with homicide detective Chloe Decker, Lauren German. So let's get deep into some things every dedicated Lucifer fan should know. Comic book inspiration.
Every story of good and bad says that you are the
When a show is adapted from a book, or in this case, comics, it's usually easy to find similarities. Well, that's not the case with Lucifer. Did you guys know that Lucifer is based on the comics with the same name? To be more precise, the show is based on the DC Comics character created by Neil Gaiman, Sam Kieth, and Mike Dringenberg, taken from the comic book series The Sandman, who later became the protagonist of a spin-off comic book series, both published by DC Comics Vertigo imprint. But the show differs a lot from the comics, as there are plenty of differences. Most of these differences are easily noticed by fans of the Vertigo comics written by Mike Carey. For instance, Lucifer was published by Vertigo Comics, which is DC Comics' signature for mature stories. So, encounters with DC characters were meant to happen. However, they didn't. Some of his well-known crossovers include facing John Constantine in the New 52 reboot and his conversations with Dream in Sandman. But because of legal reasons, the show goes without mentioning many superheroes of the DC universe. Prepare for a more complex devil.
Recently, she discovered my true nature. And in that moment...
One thing you must remember before watching Season 6 of Lucifer is knowing that you should expect a more complex devil with every new season. We all know that Lucifer had to deal with massive plots in the previous seasons, so you should expect to see even more complex devil and villains in the upcoming season. Lucifer's powers in the show involve causing physical pain and making people struggle. So yeah, expect the unexpected. Plenty of Easter eggs.
Trixie's previous reading material in the show has also provided interesting Easter eggs. For example,
While watching Lucifer, one thing is certain. You'll stumble upon plenty of Easter eggs and little details that have significant meaning in the show. For instance, Lucifer has shown nods to some of Gaiman's additional work. In the episode where Chloe, Lauren German, reads Gaiman's Coraline to her daughter, Trixie, Scarlett Estevez, she's reading her the book about the sneezing panda, which is a reference to Gaiman's book Tuesday. We should expect more Easter eggs in this 6th season. Until then, is there a detail you've noticed in the show that no one knows about? Let us know. Lucifer's real face.
Then, a spherical image was taken by multiple passes of a fisheye lens and later edited in software.
You might have seen 5 seasons of Lucifer, but even if you're a really dedicated fan, you probably didn't know that Lucifer's real face is CGI. Knowing how important his real face is, this is a pretty big deal. His face was an essential part of his journey, and that face has fought the most dangerous villains he had to face. To be honest, who wouldn't be scared of those red, fiery eyes? Ellis, however, has shared that the bizarre face and eyes are all done without makeup. implying that they only use technology for achieving that terrifying look. The only thing Ellis is required to wear are a bald cap and tracking dots on his face. Everything else you're seeing is CGI. Reasons to watch Season 6.
I'm tired of playing a part in this play. I bought a bar, had a wonderful time partying with my demon.
We made it clear until now that Lucifer is a fun show to watch. But there's so much more fun in this show, hence its popularity. There's this mix of supernatural events, interesting police concepts, and all those pleasures, and of course, the location. With every season, there's a much more interesting plot, and let's not even talk about the amazing twists and turns we enjoy in every single episode. Yet another significant feature is the cast. Every character gets the right amount of attention, and Lucifer and Chloe work with so much chemistry that it's unbelievable. All of the actors that appear are amazingly talented, and always right for the part. Do you guys agree? The religious Petitions.
Because you've made it plainly clear that you can't handle who I am.
Well, before we dive into Season 6 of Lucifer, you should know that there were plenty of religious petitions that required a cancellation of the show. Many websites presented signed petitions to get the series canceled because it served evil beliefs and ridiculed biblical teachings. For instance, the 1 Million Bombs website of the American Family Association presented a petition where parents were really concerned about the whole concept that the show presented Satan in a wrong way, as an anti-hero and not as evil. As you can see, none of these petitions worked their way. Safe Lucifer.
You know, it's over.
As you all know, Lucifer was canceled after 3 seasons because of low ratings. But thanks to fans and their dedication, the show was brought back. With the use of social media hashtag #SaveLucifer, Fox sold the series to Netflix, which made the 4th season with an episode titled Save Lucifer to honor fans. Netflix gave yet another season the 5th season, which premiered on August 21st, 2020. And not many fans know, but the 5th season was meant to be the last one. But the producers obviously changed their mind and shared that there will be a 6th, and this time definitely final season. Season 5 and Season 6 are different.
But then something unexpected happened. I got mixed up in a murder and helped.
Before you jump into Season 6, you should know that both Season 5 and Season 6 are totally different from the previous seasons. Lucifer co-showrunner Joe Henderson said in an interview that Season 5B and Season 6 will be wildly different from each other, while still being in the same universe. As Season 5B and Season 6 both add to Lucifer's more comprehensive story, fans expect something really different from Season 6. I love them both in different ways. Season 5 is big and epic. Season 6 is sweet and personal, Lucifer co-runner Joe Henderson said during an interview with a word balloon. I don't even know how to compare them. They're so wildly different and yet so very much of a whole. They're very much part of a story going on. Where the show stands.
I now know exactly what I need to do. I'm going to be God.
So, based on what the creators have said about the next season, one of the biggest questions is what should we expect from it? As we said, Season 6 is the final one, and Henderson and Modrovic explained why Season 6 is their last story. Modrovic said that one giant story will be featured in Season 6 that just needed to be told, and that this story is what really stuck the landing for us. In an interview with ET, both creators talked about their intentions to include real-world social issues in the upcoming season. Given how much material they can use from nowadays issues, we can be sure that Season 6 will be the best season of Lucifer. When it comes to Tom Ellis, 6 seasons of the show is a real achievement, he said. According to him, this is more than enough, and anything extra would just ruin the show. Both the producers and the actors want to focus on quality, not quantity. That is why Lucifer lives as one of the most successful series today. What do you guys think Season 6 will focus on? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.